So today we are going to Brive, Brive and Objat.
And it's hot.
It is, it's hot. We're doing 2 nights in Objat and 1 in Brive, and we are actually going to be going to some rental agencies to see what they've got on at the moment and to put our name down, because we actually think Brive is the chosen area.
Do we?
Well, yeah.
We do, and then we keep changing our minds. And then we think again, and then we're sure, then we're not.
So this is another tester. I think after this trip we'll be certain it's this area, I reckon. So this is probably a milestone in the journey so far. The fact we're actually going to be going in and trying to find out about rentals. So just wanted to start off by saying that's where we're going, and we'll do some of the little bits and pieces when we're there, just to keep up to date.
And it's an Airbnb we're going to, so we're going to ply them for information, because we think she's an English nurse. So we're going to get loads of information, and I'm just looking, if you just step to the side there, you can actually see one of the features of this area, which is the huge wheelie bins. There we go.
Yes, we've stopped in a very picturesque place.
Yes, with a big bin.
With a big bin, but we just wanted to do this before we got there. And
it's hot.
And it's hot. You've already said that. You're repeating yourself. So because Andrew's repeating himself, it's probably a good time to stop. So we'll say au revoir and bientôt.
Bye-bye.
So we've arrived in Brive, and as you can see, it's just a gorgeous place. I don't know if you can see there, that is where sort of misty water comes out of the straws there to cool you down, so that's a really good thing. But it's just such a lovely part of town. So we're just about to go and try and find some rental agents to see what's what. So bye for now. So we're here in Objat, and we've just got some pizzas that we're going to take back.
There.
Nice pizzas. We're going to take those back to the Airbnb and sit out in the garden, because it's still nice at 9:30.
And you might wonder why we got pizzas.
Yes, the reason being, we were a bit disappointed when we got here, because last time the place just seemed a little bit more lively, and basically it's dead if you pan at the back here.
So that's the rest of the bar here. I don't know if you can see inside. Nobody. And down the street.
There's a cat.
There. Oh, there's a car.
There's
a car. And a cat.
So we were starting to think, right, we've made a mistake. This is not going to be a place that we could look at possibly buying a house in. However, Andrew spoke to the barman, and it turns out that the pass sanitaire that has come into force here, which basically is you've got to show you've had 2 vaccinations before you can go into any establishment, cafe, bar that serves more than 50 people. And they scan that pass, and there's big protests in France.
As I say, there's an infringement of the civil liberties, because of course it tells you who you are, where you're from, where you were last, which place you were in last, and blah blah blah. So they see it as a breach of civil liberties. Civil liberty.
So they're all sort of taking a stance against it, and it's basically affected the businesses. So the guy said, a month ago you would have been busy, you wouldn't have even had time to talk, but tonight he could talk, because literally we were the only ones out here and a couple of people inside. So we've decided, because of that, we won't write it off as we did earlier, because there's obviously a reason for that. But we're now going to go back.
We're going to go back, and then tomorrow we're going to have a look out in the daytime and see if it's slightly busier
Yeah.
in the daytime.
See.
Well, actually see if there's somebody out, somebody here.
See if people come out during the day.
It's like one of them films, you know, when everybody's been killed off and you're the only people left in the world. That's us.
That's us. But
Apart from the people in the pizza place.
Yes.
Anyway, our pizzas are getting cold.
Our pizzas are getting cold, so we'll sign off now. Tomorrow night we've actually been invited to dinner upstairs from the Airbnb apartment, which is owned by the people who own the Airbnb. They invited us to dinner, so at least we'll get a nice dinner and we'll learn some French. So we'll say bonsoir whilst we go and eat our pizzas.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So this is something that we had in a video yesterday. It looks like a big cup of Coca-Cola or something with straws out, but it actually turns out mist. So Andrew's going to do a little demonstration of what it's like. So it's just like a fine mist, and it just sort of cools you down. I don't bother going in because my hair will just go frizzy.
Lovely.
But that was just to show you how that works.
Hello.
Oh, I thought you were going to speak.
Well, I was. So we've come on the train from
Objat.
to Brive, just to see what it's like. Very nice journey on the train. It cost €13.50 for a return journey for both of us into Brive.
And it took just about 25 minutes.
But it's quite a slow train,
Yeah.
and as the train goes along there were cars overtaking the train, which is very interesting. But nice little journey, nice clean train with a toilet. And we're now in Brive, and if you can see down the street there, that's going down into the town. We were in Objat last night, and a little bit of a downer as far as being very quiet, not many people about, and we were a bit put off. The whole journey is this roller coaster of should we, shouldn't we, this, that and the other, ups and downs.
But then we did find out, and we updated
We have
about why it was quiet, because of this
very quiet
past
because
sanitaire thing.
Yeah. So we've spoken this morning to two estate agents, immobiliers in Objat. Thank you very much. This is why I have problems learning the language. Yeah, you do it now. Yeah.
So
I'll keep my gob shut.
spoke to a couple of estate agents. One of them at length. He was really, really good. He could speak English, so we said, although we normally try and speak some French, probably for his sake it was better just to speak in English, because we would have just took up even more of his time. But he was a mind of information, and so we're sort of back on the okay, well, you know, if we did end up in that area in Objat, we've got the station to come to Brive to go off to wherever. So he's given us the name of an estate agent here in Brive that also speaks in English. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go down, have a quick word with them. We've got a couple of hours here before we get the train back.
We're speaking to them about rentals in the area, because he says it's going to be very, very difficult to find a rental out there. But
with furniture,
yeah,
that's the difference.
But these are specialists in the town, so that's why we're going to this one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought you'd interrupt because you had something fantastic to say.
Everything I say is fantastic to you.
So we're going to have a word with them, might have a drink or whatever, and then get the train back at 5:30. Then tonight we've been invited by the owners of the Airbnb to have dinner with them tonight. So that'll be really nice, because they can, well, the woman, Catherine, she can speak English, and her husband is really nice, but he doesn't speak as much. But we'll also get a bit of French learning as well, and a nice meal. So we best go, because we've only got 3 and a bit hours.
So bright,
blinded in the thing.
Blinded by the bling.
Just before we go, I'll do a pan round of the station.
I thought you were going to do like an impression of something or something.
No. So this is the station. Hopefully I've got that, because the sun is just so bright. Do you know, I don't even think I'm doing it right. Is that it? All I can see is stairs. Maybe that.
Something like
Apologies if you can't even see the station there, but it is just so bright I couldn't even see. So
but we've just got to look at this building here with like part of the roof missing.
Well, can you
I mean,
look
when
in
you
front?
When you look at places like this, have I got it on? You just can't see for the sun. But you look at places like this, and it's this mixture of old and new everywhere. Anyway,
but then lovely buildings. Look
and
at
then
this one behind
yeah,
you.
and then this sort of Parisian type building.
That's a
on that
hotel,
side.
actually, the Grand Hotel.
There you go.
Lovely.
Right.
Anyway, we've drivelled on now. You're probably bored.
Drivelled on.
What wasn't it? Drivelled on.
We've drivelled
Anyway,
on.
we shall say goodbye for now and catch up soon. Okay. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
We're in a place called Tucson, Arizona. No, it's not. It's Terrasson.
Terrasson.
Something or other.
But the beginning is Terrasson.
Just to the west of Brive. It's about 15-20 minutes, something like that. And it's very hot, and what a lovely place it is.
Beautiful.
Absolutely stunning place.
As you can see
There's
behind us, and I'll just pan round now.
It's an ancient village.
That is the other side of the bridge, and then town like that.
And it's
So
there's an ancient village centre, and there's also a train station here, which is like 15 minutes into Brive on the train. So
we were recommended to come here as an option to live in this area and then travel into Brive. So it's certainly a one for consideration, because we've come here, we've loved it, we've had a lovely meal. Actually, I don't know, can you look up there?
yeah,
See?
there's the cafe there on the riverside, and it was like £8, well, €8
€8
each, and it was a lovely meal. So that was very inexpensive, lovely, and there's nothing much to say else, is there?
No, there's another place. We looked in the estate agents here, and there was a couple of nice houses in another area that we hadn't heard of. So we've got that, and we're going to go to that now on the way to Brive, which is where we're staying tonight, because that could be another option as it's so close to Brive, and it's only 9 minutes on the bus. So it doesn't have a train line, but it obviously has a bus, which is fine. So that's where we're going to head off to now. So we'll just catch up tomorrow or later on today, whatever we decide.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.